Perfect introduction, Dan. Thanks so much. And again, that allows us to jump right into the product highlights. So, as Dan mentioned, this is the Knaack Armoured Transport, affectionately known to us as the CAT. What I'm going to do first is just play the highlight video for you in the overview. It's 1 minute long. It'll tell you everything you need to know about it. So I'll actually play it twice for you. So sit back and enjoy the creative visuals from our creative team.
The new Armored Transport is not a cart. It's a Knaack from the ground up. Custom-designed industrial-grade wheels are bigger, thicker, and stronger than traditional utility carts, allowing the Knaack Armored Transport to roll through job sites and over common obstacles that hang up other utility carts. The overall design and big wheels raise it to a more comfortable height, saving your back and taking less force to push more weight. A 50% higher load rating allows you to load it up with weights that would crush a traditional cart. And because it's a Knaack, it's constructed for security, with no exposed screws, bolts, or hardware. Locking points are recessed and protected. 16-gauge custom-formed panels are engineered for rigidity, fully integrated with no gaps or pry points. Highly mobile, durable, secure, and it assembles in under 10 minutes, making it ready to tackle job sites in 1/3 of the time it takes to put together traditional utility carts. Maximize your job site mobility with the Knaack Armored Transport and roll through the job site with efficiency.
All right, let me play that to you one more time and maybe just to point out a couple of things, right? Mobility, right? Take a notice of the wheels. That's the first thing everybody notices. We've designed these wheels specifically for job site conditions. And the other one, for anybody who's ever installed a cart armor on a cart, it'll take you about 30 minutes. We've re-engineered this one, so the panels are actually tongue and groove design. They drop right into the body and the frame and cut out to the legs and the top and bottom trays. I can do it in 7 minutes now, the entire unit. The world record by our own Sang-O is about 6 minutes and 3 seconds, but just about everybody's been able to do it under 10 minutes, again, versus cart armor and somebody else's cart today, which is about 30 minutes. So one more time.
The new Armored Transport is not a cart. It's a Knaack from the ground up. Custom-designed industrial-grade wheels are bigger, thicker, and stronger than traditional utility carts, allowing the Knaack Armored Transport to roll through job sites and over common obstacles that hang up other utility carts. The overall design and big wheels raise it to a more comfortable height, saving your back and taking less force to push more weight. A 50% higher load rating allows you to load it up with weights that would crush a traditional cart. And because it's a Knaack, it's constructed for security, with no exposed screws, bolts, or hardware. Locking points are recessed and protected. 16-gauge custom-formed panels are engineered for rigidity, fully integrated with no gaps or pry points. Highly mobile, durable, secure, and it assembles in under 10 minutes, making it ready to tackle job sites in 1/3 of the time it takes to put together traditional utility carts. Maximize your job site mobility with the Knaack Armored Transport and roll through the job site with efficiency.
All right. Our tagline that we love is, guys, this is not a cart. It's a Knaack. And why do we say it's not a cart? Well, this whole thing started by observing what happened on the job site. As you guys probably know, people are using these carts today as their toolbox. They're not carrying the traditional tool bag or the toolbox. They're using these mobile carts as their construction tool unit. But when you go on job sites today, when you see a Rubbermaid cart or a Uline cart or a Luxor cart or a Toter cart, those carts are janitors' carts. They're housekeeping carts. They're maids' carts. They were really designed for custodians and to carry cleaning materials and linens and towels and bed sheets. They were not designed for the job site. Today's carts being used on the job site are janitors' carts. They were not meant for the job site. So what happens when you take janitors' carts and try to put them on job site conditions? We identified 3 major pain points. One is mobility. There's nuts and bolts and trash and screws and zip ties and rebar and plywood covering trenches and steps throughout the job site. Well, little 5-inch casters that you'll find on Rubbermaid carts were not designed for the job site. Again, those were designed for carpet and finished floors and tiles. Durability, right? Anytime there's a two-piece handle design or thin walls, or certainly those thin wheels, again, that were not meant to bear the load of job site conditions, you'll see them bend and break. And when wheels go, the entire unit fails. And even on security, right? That's a south wire cart on our cart armor. You can see gaps. Well, when we don't design the whole thing, any changes in the cart exposes some security gaps. So those three pillars of mobility, durability, and security are what we put into the Knaack Armored Transport. Again, best known to us as the CAT. I'm going to show you just the sell sheet now, right? This is the front cover. It's not a cart, it's a Knaack. And we're really focused on mobility, durability, and security. Our tires are 8-inch custom designed tires for the job site. They are non-pneumatic, so they won't deflate. They are, lightly treaded so they don't pick up rocks and nuts and bolts. They are designed for hundreds and hundreds of pounds of load bearing. Again, those are designed to go over job site conditions and withstand the demands of the job site. Our unit is spec'd to 750 pounds of load and even more. Today's janitor carts are spec'd to 500 pounds, and you'll see them bend and bow and break. And then security, right? Of course, Knaack can have security with the armored panels, but really the benefit here is that provides everything cart armor did, but installs in 1/3 of the time. 60% larger wheels that you see on the right. And then as I show you the inside of the sell sheet, right? Durability, 50% higher load rating than today's carts, and the security of cart armor, but with 1/3 the install time. And the beautiful thing is here, we've only got one nut and one washer, or one bolt and one washer type, so you can't mess up the assembly. And on the back of the bifold sell sheet, you'll see some of the features, the benefits, the walk around, some of the setup information. Now, the number one question we've gotten is, are you going to offer an unarmored version of it? And yes, we are. It'll come out in about March, where the CAT will launch on February 1st. So we've got about a 30 to 35 day, 45 day delay, since this was a late request and late addition. But the number one request we got was, hey, look, there's a bunch of use cases in factories and MRO and in warehouses for non-armored versions that could also use these feature sets. So yes, we will also be coming out with an unarmored version. So you got Knaack Armored Transport on the left and the Knaack Transport on the right. And we'll send you that information as that becomes set up and available. So to wrap up the overview, right, it's not a cart, it's a Knaack focused on mobility, durability, and security. The newest product from Knaack shipping February 1st. I see a couple questions. Yes, non-marking and non-marring. So yep, they won't scuff your walls. They won't leave orange markings on any walls or any floor. So non-marking and non-marring. Second question we get is, can I just put my own tires on the cart I have today? My short answer is sure, go ahead, right? But what size, what diameter, right? Are they pneumatic or non-pneumatic? Are they treaded or non-treaded? Are they marking or non-marring? And by the way, each tire that you buy will probably cost you about $50. We buy these in lots of about 15,000, so we give you a little bit of a cost advantage and built right in. So these are custom designed and custom spec'd job site rated tires by Knaack.
And Kevin, the entire cart is a double wall thickness as well. That's why we're able to, give that load rating and everything. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. When you look at standard carts today, they're about, an eighth of an inch wide. Ours are about an inch wide. So exactly right. In order to deliver the load bearing that job sites and construction workers expect, we have double walled and double thickness nearly every geometry on that, from the upper tray, the walls, the legs. So that's absolutely correct.
Kevin, have we been testing these carts out on job sites?
We have. We sent about 50 units out to end users. And this is one of those things that, look, no news is good news, right? In fact, we said, hey, look, we may take this from you and give it with another end user. But as you guys know, guys put their own, bumper stickers and labels on them and said, no, I'm keeping this one. So successful end user testing with, favorable responses. And again, in these cases, really no news is good news, but we've only heard good news. One last question. There are limited fasteners. Yes. So we don't want somebody just to pick it up and pop it off. So yes, there's an instruction sheet, and that's what those 32 fasteners are for, to connect the wheels to the tray, bottom tray, the bottom tray to the legs, and the legs of the top tray as well. But install in 10 minutes or less. I can't make you a guarantee, but I did it in 7 minutes. So I'm a pretty good benchmark.
Yeah, no, we put 6 of them together here at our office a couple of months ago. And of course, the first one took a little bit longer, but by the time we got to the fourth, fifth, sixth one, it was right in that 10-minute time frame. So I can attest to that. Hey, Kevin, are the casters going to be available as a replacement part or as an accessory?
Both, yes. These casters also fit with every other Knaack, right? We made sure the mounting holes not only fit the cat, but they fit the pallet feet of any Knaack chest, piano box, field station, data vault. So they will be set up and offered as a replacement part for cat, but also as an accessory for the rest of Knaack as well.
It's awesome. Very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Great product, great support. We're really looking forward to selling them.
Awesome.
Kevin, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.